Hi, and welcome back to the Secret of the Game course. This is lesson 62, Mindset and Identity. We've just talked about the importance of a transformation that needs to take place within you. It's not just about learning the algorithms. It then goes to practicing and implementing with skills, right? And then when the transformation really takes place is when you adopt and really integrate those algorithms into your personhood, into your being. So, it just becomes a way that you interact with the world. So when you start interacting in the world that way, another thing on top of that, we need a transformation in terms of mindset and identity to the high SI male as opposed to the low SI. So we're going to be talking through some high SI beliefs and mindset. And number one, I want you to think through and adopt a seduction persona. The Art of Seduction by Robert Greene creating a seduction persona is emphasized. This persona exemplified by the author's choice. For me, I'll give you an example. Mine was combining physical strength of the body, Hercules, with the intellectual acumen of the mind, Aristotle, to come up with, of course, Hercustotle. That's my seduction persona or my community moniker. And so I encourage you to do the same thing because it's something to work towards. It really, when you identify this seduction persona, this is like what you are transforming towards, who you want to become. What is that personal legend of yours, as Paulo Coelho puts it in The Alchemist? What is that personal legend? What is that name that's associated with that to become that, okay? So it serves as a symbolic representation of the attribute one desires to project in the realm of seduction, but really in life in general. You know, Hercules and Aristotle, that's awesome. So transitioning from beta to alpha, once again, we're talking about transformation and getting away from the beta low SI mindset to the high SI alpha mindset, characterized by transitioning away from neediness and low SI to an alpha mindset marked with confidence, non-neediness, high status intelligence. This transition is fundamental to accessing ubiquitous sex and realizing one's love life aspirations. Status intelligence mastery. The core theme of mastery is around underpins a man's attractiveness. We've already talked about this. We're going to hop into the next slide. So we already just mentioned the fact that Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist talks about a personal legend. Get into that persona of truth. Really think through what that's going to be. What does your ideal self look like? All right? And I want you to elaborate and think through. If it's combining two concepts together, like mine, Hercustotle, that's great. That's a great start. If you have a different idea of what a magical love life architecture would look like, describe that. And maybe that can help you come up with something. So constructing that identity and have it be congruent with your arbitraging ego. Okay? That's going to lead to self-actualization there. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to help you realize your personal legend. You know, drawing parallels to The Alchemist, the chapter emphasizes, or this lesson emphasizes the realization of one's personal legend through self-transformation. By embodying the best selves and embracing their chosen persona, individuals can achieve permanent arbitrage state akin to self-actualization. So the path to self-actualization and mentorship. So we need to, obviously this course is awesome. You know, you need to go through the entire thing, take notes, listen over and over again. Buy the book, please, on Amazon. I'm telling you, it's going to be helpful. When you're learning the concepts and the algorithms. But what I want you to do is start practicing the exercises that we're going to do together as a team. And then we're going to be working in field with you, to transform into your personal legend, as we kind of just talked about in this chapter with your mindset. And then that's going to be how you interact with the world. And then, outcomes that you want naturally flow to you. It's amazing what happens with that personal transformation. And we're here to help you with that. So I was benefiting from James Bergstrom's work with Tantra Logic for a year. That was entirely transformational for me to become Hercustotle and really live my best love life, be able to, pursue same-night lays every single time I went out. I mean, it was just fun knowing that you're going to end up going home with an amazing girl that night and create a magical moment with them and enter your rotation. That's a very, very powerful place for the arbitraging ego to be, and that's how I attain the permanent arbitrage state, by knowing that confidence level of being able to do that. And you can do the same thing too, but it takes practice. It's going to take a year in field of applying these concepts and principles to get really good. And I was a natural myself, so I was probably a lot faster. But it's definitely possible for you too, and stick with it. So we're going to be on to the next one here, and lesson 63 is coming up.